I don't look
And
that
said, dude, you've still got the looks, dude. You're still
Oh,
looking great. You're
thank
still
you.
looking great. I saw
Oh,
that picture. I thought, oh my God, who's this handsome man?
yeah, it's the only thing. I'm terribly untalented. Nothing else going on, but the looks. I still got it. All right.
Well,
Well,
I do say that looks are everything, and there's something to be said for that. Hey, man, it's so good to be with you and WRX again. What's going on? What's happening?
Rob Halford, thank you for that nice introduction on me. I thought I was going to have to sit here and plead my case and say thank you for taking time. I feel like the belle of the ball. It's so awesome chatting with you. And at first, let me say, calling you Rob Halford seems wildly informal on my part. Mr. Halford, Sir Halford, your mental holiness. What do you prefer? What do you prefer?
I thought you were going to say metal hoe for a second, but anyway, no. Listen, all fun aside. Hey, man, you keeping it real in rock and roll is so important. I will never be the guy that won't go in the limo because it's a degree. This limo is a degree too hot. I'm not getting in the limo. You'll never get that from me. There are brown M&Ms in the bowl. I'm leaving the building. That crazy stuff. I love it. I've never lost sight of the fact that everything that we've gotten to and everything that we share is a result of the friendships that we have with each other. And so keeping that reality line open is very important, not only to me, but for Priest and to all of our metal maniacs who call ourselves the metal community. We're one big metal family, and families are very precious to keep together.
That's so refreshing, and especially for someone at your caliber and your level, which I'm so excited to dig in with you. I know we don't have a ton of time, so I want to get right to it, but it's an honor to have you here, Rob Halford, his metal holiness, or ho, whatever one we want to go with by the end of this thing. Let's talk Invisible Shield. Here we are, 19th studio album from Judas Priest, which really got started, Rob, in 2020, but then, the pandemic and your 50th anniversary tour, life in general. I got to ask, how does Invisible Shield 2020, its conception, maybe compare to Invisible Shield 2024, the final product?
Well, a lot of who we are and a lot of what we're saying and then what we're representing is really at its peak on this record. We've worked hard since Rock-A-Roller, which was released in 1974, 50 years later. I think of Rock-A-Roller and I think of an album that's got its own boots, its own identity, its own character. And then I skipped through from, Sad Wings of Destiny to Killing Machine, Hellbent for Leather, to Stay in Class, to Sin After Sin, and on and on and on. 19 titles later, we get to Invincible Shield. But there's a thread, there's a connectivity, there's this great thread of heavy metal that Priest has been creating for each album that gives each record its own place in that line, So I would suggest that the music from Invincible Shield is yet another example of how much we love this music that we make, but how much we're still striving and doing the best that we possibly can as a band to share these new ideas with our fans that they've never heard before. So when you hear the textures of Panic Attack or a Trial by Fire or Crown of Horns through WJJO, you're hearing these new sounds from Priest. 19 albums later, over 50 years later, this band is still rocking out and keeping the metal faith alive.
I love that. And that actually kind of answered a question I had. And in talking about this legacy, this lineage of metal that Judas Priest has put out. And I wanted to paint a scenario. It's 1980. I'm 18 years old, right? I just finished listening to British Steel, right? I got Rock-A-Roller for my 12th birthday. I've listened to Killing Machine and Sin After Sin 100 times. I'm a Judas Priest fan. What is that Judas Priest fan going to think of with Invisible Shield, that 18-year-old who just got done and is in it? What are they taking away from it?
Well, they're embracing something that is, again, I would suggest is unique in the way that we've kind of broken the rules, if there were any, as to how heavy metal should sound and feel and what it should say. And so, firstly, if you're a new heavy metal maniac and you're just turning 18 or you're just turning 12 or 14, whatever, thank you, God bless you for coming to this band, because, you know, I know you guys at WRX, you play a multitude of metal, you play a multitude of rock and roll. So to have this opportunity to make a connection with a new metalhead from that particular part in your life, it's such a thrill. And I would say embrace everything that this priest band does, you know, because as you know, we can take you everywhere. We can break the law. We can go living after midnight. We can do some painkilling, you know. We can take you on this incredible journey in this world of heavy metal that is exclusively unique to Priest. This band has done many things, you know. One minute we're the Sentinel, and the next minute we're going to be a Turbo Lover. It's just it's a wild ride, man. It's a wild ride. It's a wild ride, and so we really love to have this opportunity, particularly reaching new metalheads, to bring you into our metal community and give you some of the best times in your life that you're going to have.
I love it. And you said something in there, you know, breaking the rules. And it's so interesting because Judas Priest is that type of band that not only made the rules, but then broke the rules that were made. And it's so unique in where we're at now here in 2024 and the brand new album Invisible Shield out March 8th. I asked this question to anyone who put out a new record. Do you have a favorite track on there? Is there one that really speaks to Rob Halford?
You know, I still keep going towards that opening cut, that Panic Attack. Is just such a real it's got so much substance, and I think that for a lot of fans that are excited about their favorite band and they're going to drop a new song, more importantly they're going to drop a new album. This is my band, this is what I'm looking forward to. These are the guys, this is the priests that I've cherished. I've got all their music, I've been to all their shows. What is this new record going to sound like? So that first track has to do a lot of things, you know. It has to do a lot of reinforcing. It has to have a lot of responsibility. It has to have a lot of the things that your fans are eager to listen to for the first time. So Panic Attack, which is the title of the opening cut from Invincible Shield, really carries a lot of weight. So that is my favorite. But if you ask me 5 minutes from now, Brock, I'll give you a different song. But I just love the energy and the you know, the audacity of that particular track, the way it opens up, because it opens up with these like really cool. What are these? It's like, is this Turbo again? These synthy sounding guitars, and is that Scott on Syndromes? There's a lot of, oh my God, what's going to go off? And then bang, you know, the track opens up. That riff that Richie put together is just mind blowing. And Scott's work, Ian's work, you know, and then you get yours too, truly wailing on the mic. It just really is. It's like, oh my God, thank God for that. You know, they're still the priest that we love. So let's go with some Panic Attack and, you know, keep that side of Priest alive and proud.
What a great way to describe a track. The audacity, you said. And that's just, that's such a metal way to describe us. The audacity of this track and what it does.
How dare they? How dare they?
They did it. How dare they? But I love it. So cool. So cool. And you know, talk about the work and hearing your passion in it. Obviously, it still seems like it's the same as when it was when the band formed all those years ago, 50 odd years ago. And I do have to ask, because most people assume Rob Halford probably just grips it and rips it at this point. He gets in, he's done it. He's been in the studio thousands of hours. He's done it all. But with Invisible Shield, the Butterflies, getting in there and recording and putting those tracks down and mixing it and being a part of that. How are the nerves for Rob Halford with this new album?
They're still there. They're still there. They're still there. I'm still this like hypered up kind of Sebastian Bach kid. I can't let that go, you know. I'm what am I? Am I a septuagenarian? Yes, I am. And that doesn't mean anything. You know, I'm a real believer that life is a gift and that you should cherish all of it and you should get as much out of it and you should give as much back as you can. And I've been blessed that I'm still able to do that as a singer in this band. And I would suggest that everybody in this band feels that same way. But the apprehension, the excitement, the nervous energy, particularly before I go on stage, I'm just like, you know, I'm at this really extreme emotional place because it brings, you know, what the thing that in Spider-Man about things bringing responsibilities. Yeah. That's what it does, you know. You've got to step up to the plate. You can't just walk out onto the field with your bat. you've got to be ready to hit that ball out of the ballpark, and you can never lose the fact that your fans are expecting greatness from you. You can't let that go, man. You've got to work really hard to keep the attitude and that professionalism at its peak. But none of that has been lost on this band. We've never really kind of stepped back a little bit or took our foot off the gas pedal. It's just been it's really been a very strong force of self-belief, determination, and passion and display that I think is still part of who we are and what we do.
You are such a treasure, and I'm just beyond myself that I got a chance to chat with you. Ladies and gentlemen, Judas Priest, Invisible Shield, March 8th. It's out. I think I have 30 seconds. Now that the important stuff's out of the way, can we do rapid fire real quick, and then I'll get you on your way? All right?
Okay. I hate these things. I hate them, but let's do it. Go on.
No wrong answers. I'll make it easy. All right, let's start simple. Okay. Mashed potatoes or baked potato?
Or baked.
Disco or techno?
Ooh, disco. Yeah, Dancing Queen, that's me. Dancing Queen.
I can see it. Soaked jeans or damp socks?
Oh, man. My feet are always damp. Damp socks.
Would you rather see Bigfoot or the Loch Ness Monster?
Bigfoot, because I think we could party. I can't party when I'm wet.
Good. You and Bigfoot hit it off. Best friends. Last one. Would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
Bring them on, 100.
I knew it. I can see you just kicking them around, full leather, ready to go.
That's it, man. Just lay it out, slay him.
Thank you for humoring me. More importantly, thank you for talking Judas Priest. Rob Halford, you are just the best, and best of luck with you guys on this latest album, Invisible Shield. I appreciate it, man.
Brock, it's been a pleasure. Thank you, WIRX. We love you guys. Thanks for keeping the faith alive, and the priest is back. We'll see you soon.
Thanks, man.